Hello everyone and welcome. This is Chloe with Cousin DIY. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cell phone charm. I have 3 different versions that I made up previously. This is one that I made using gold shell beads and round acrylic beads. This is one using dice beads and letter beads. And this is one that I actually used a bracelet kit with these pastel and bright colored beads, a llama bead, and tassel. Today, they're all very similar. All you do is string and in this case, make 1 bead drop. So I'm going to show you how to make this one today. For starters, I use white stretch cord for this. The package also comes with black, which I did use for the dice. And you're going to want to cut approximately a 12-inch length of cord, and I'm just being careful so I don't Here we go. I wanted to keep that tape on the outside so it would stay nice and gathered up for me. It's a little over 12 inches. The next step is to make the bead drop on the bottom. So the first step is going to be to make our bead drop. So I'm going to use this little shell bead, slide head pin in. I'm going to, I think I'm just going to use the plain ecru bead like that. And for those of you that have watched my videos in the past, I take another 8mm, approximate 8mm bead. In this case, these are 8mm. So I'm just going to slide that over where the top bead before I make my loop. Use that as my guide to trim the stem of the head pin, then remove it and form a loop. And I want that in the middle of my cell phone charm. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that elastic through there, and then I'm just going to start building a strand on both sides of that. So I'm just going to pour out some beads, and let's see, I think I'll start with one of these skinny beads on each side. And if you find that the end of your stretch cord gets a little frayed and you can't get it through a bead, just snip off a little bit with your scissors and it should remedy the problem. And I'm just going to build this, and you can make it as long or as short as you want. I think most of mine are about 8 inches. And I'm staggering, alternating shell and fish beads with round beads. So now that I have all my beads strung on, I'm going to make sure I've got them in the middle. Pretty close to the middle here. Play with it a little bit. So I'm going to do an overhand knot so that it connects those 2 ends together, and it will rest right over the last 2 beads, like so. And then I'm going to form another overhand knot right about here. we want to make sure we can stretch this loop open enough to fit these two strands, double strand, through here. So before I trim that, I'm just going to make sure that it will pull through, and it will. Then I'm going to take my scissors and trim that fairly close to the knot. And then here's my cell phone holder. I am going to bring that loop through the on-off hole on the side. Pull my strands through that loop. Play with it a little bit. Put my phone in my case. And voila. If you make your own cell phone charms, we'd love to see them. Please share them with us on Instagram at #CreateWithCousin. Thanks for joining us today. Bye. See you next time. Bye.